Episode 15 of Queen of Tears begins with Yeon-seong constructing a story of how Hyun-woo is a murderer and a stalker. Moreover, while Haein was unconscious, he found her diary, read it, and burnt it before throwing it out in the garbage. He tells Haein that Hyun-woo stalked her for a share of her inheritance after he cheated on her.
I really hate that man.
Due to which, she attempted suicide once already. When the pair get back to Korea, Haein's family are ready to meet her, but Haein is distant. Yeon-seong selectively told her about how her mother sued her and her brother carried a talisman to neutralize her energy. Haein is completely under Yeon-seong's control here and she doesn't believe anybody else. On top of this, Yeon-seong is planning to marry Haein, and Haein agrees since she believes that she agreed for it before her memories were wiped out. When Yeon-seong and Haein get back home, Yeon-seong reveals to his mother that he has a recording of when she drugged the chairman and threatens her to leave Haein alone. Meanwhile, Haein is surprised to find all her cabinets empty. She does find the MP3 player in Hyun-woo's room and feels curious about him since she thinks they have the same taste in music. Acting upon this curiosity, Haein visits Hyun-woo in prison. However, no matter what Hyun-woo says, Haein refuses to believe him. When she returns home, Yeon-seong is frantic at her absence, but even though she's lost her memories, Haein is still Haein. She flatly tells him that she doesn't appreciate his involvement without her permission. This is when Yeon-seong installs a tracking device onto her car to keep an eye on her. When Haein visits the office, she meets her old secretary, Miss Na. Even though Secretary Na is in a different department, Haein decides to have her around. Meanwhile, at Hyun-woo's trial, he's acquitted based on CCTV footage of the real murderer, who is later arrested.
Justice.
Haein begins to stalk Hyun-woo, keeping a diary of his whereabouts, and finds that he has a loving and warm relationship with his family. At the same time, Hyun-woo returns to Yongdo-ri, and his family throws him a huge welcome. Byung-ja visits Yongdo-ri as a chief sponsor of Hyun-woo's prison release celebration, but secretly, all her efforts are directed towards Yeon-seong. She cheats and makes Yeon-seong winner of the grand prize, but since he's a minimalist, he gifts it to someone else. Byung-ja and Yeon-seong come outside and Byung-ja confesses to him, only she still has her mic on and everybody's enjoying the free entertainment from inside the building.
Oh no! No, no, no!
At the same time, there's an upcoming shareholder meeting where the agenda is to remove Yeon-seong on charges of embezzlement. It seems that Seo-hee sent financial documents to the shareholders. As Yeon-seong sits on a shaky throne, he proceeds to use the slush fund money to buy a little over 4% shares of the Queen's Group to strengthen his position. News reaches Hyun-woo and company about Yeon-seong's desperate attempts to keep the company to himself. Hyun-woo tells the rest that Dae-hye has given him the evidence against Yeon-seong for a 2 trillion investment fraud. Meanwhile, Dae-hye meets her ex-partner and gives him all the money that she has. They attempt to take Dae-hye to Seo-hee, but So-chil employs everything he's learnt from Baek Hyun-tae and manages to hold them until Hyun-tae arrives. Haein and Hyun-woo meet, and Haein tells him that she feels uncomfortable in his presence. Later, when she returns home, she finds a package addressed to her but doesn't open it. The next day, she receives an email invite from herself and ends up in the aquarium, where Hyun-woo is waiting with the same invite. Their wedding video plays out and the employees gift a bouquet to Hyun-woo, telling him that it's from Haein. Haein is terribly confused and Hyun-woo encourages her to doubt everything and stay clear of Yeon-seong, as he's been manipulating and isolating her. Haein returns home and visits Yeon-seong. She observes that there's no scar mark on his hand, while she saw one on Hyun-woo's hand. Later, she finally opens a package to find the barely burnt notebook. It's revealed that the notebook was found by the hospital staff in Germany, who picked it up from the garbage can and posted it back to her. Haein reads her letters to herself, reminding her about Hyun-woo and their relationship. She contacts Hyun-woo and leaves to meet him. Just when the two are about to cross the road though, Haein disappears and Hyun-woo is hit by a car. No! In the epilogue, it's revealed that Haein's father hired detectives to keep an eye on Haein in Germany, who conveys that from all of her investigation, it seems Yeon-seong has an unrequited love and he's a danger to everyone. It's also revealed that it might be Yeon-seong who had hit Hyun-woo in a fit of rage. And that is where episode 15 of Queen of Tears comes to an end.